Bonjour everyone and welcome to this class. Let's start my favorite way, cross-legged, maybe sitting on a block just so that you are in a comfortable seat. Crown of the head reaching upwards, spine straight, and then gently close your eyes. We're gonna stay here maybe just 1 minute in order to clear our breath, clear our lungs. So find just a comfortable inhale and exhale here. Finding the most natural rhythm of your breath. And then from here, we're going to take a big inhale through the nose. And a big sigh out. One more time. Sigh it out. Last time, make as much noise as you can. Clear that breath. And now back to a normal and steady inhales and exhales. Gently start moving your hands, your toes. Gently open your eyes, and we're going straight into a child's pose. Bringing your knees as wide as the mat. Sinking your glutes and your hips onto the heels, and then reaching the upper body forwards in between your legs. Resting on the mat, multiple options, hands to the front, bend straight or to the back. And here again, focus on your breath for a few moments. Seeing how it expands the lungs and how every breath affects your movement and your pose. Take your time using your hands to transition into a tabletop, bringing your hands under your shoulders, knees under the hips into a thread the needle, keeping the back flat. Inhaling, right hand up, opening that right shoulder, exhaling, threading it under the left arm, right side of the face on the mat. Just hang out here. Optional to bring the left hand behind your back, grabbing the right thigh, opening that left shoulder. And slowly back to your neutral tabletop, other side. Inhale, left leg up, open that left shoulder. Exhale, thread it under the right arm, left side of the face on the mat. Optional, right hand behind your back, opening that right shoulder. Keep the breath flowing. And then gently making your way back into that tabletop. We're going to tuck the toes in and go straight into a downward dog, sending the hips high, keeping the knees bent to start with, feet hip distance apart, sending those hips high, elongating the lumbar spine, the lower back, and then pushing the ground away with the hands, creating space in that spine, relaxing the shoulders, the neck, looking to the left, to the right, up and down, and then straightening your legs one at a time, walking your dog, still keeping those hips high. Do anything that feels good. If you want to exaggerate the movements and almost come into kind of a baby wild thing, why not? Do what makes you happy, people. And then from that downward dog, we're going to bend our knees, look forward, step that right foot in between the hands, followed by the left into a ragdoll, so feet hip distance apart, slightly bending the knees, grabbing the elbows, letting your neck and head go, and using the weight of your upper body to deepen that stretch onto the lower back. You can also feel some tension on the hamstrings. Straighten the legs if you'd like. You could sway from left to right. And then gently bringing hands to the floor under the shoulders, heel toe your feet together, and then we gently come up vertebrae by vertebrae. Hands up to the ceiling and down to your heart. Now let's take a big inhale and sweep the arms up. And exhale, folding forward, diving back into that ragdoll, feet hip distance apart, going from left to right, heel toe the feet together, and we gently come up, hands up to the ceiling. Let's do that 2 more times, hinging at the hips, folding forwards, releasing the arms, ragdoll for a few seconds, left to right, and then heel toe the feet together, and we're coming up, hands up to the ceiling. Again, 1 more time, hinging at the hips, folding forwards, feet hip distance apart, ragdoll. And then gently coming up with your feet together or hip distance apart, hands up to the ceiling and down to your heart. Top of the mat, let's go for Vinyasa. So that sun salutation, we'll just take it slow. Inhale, sweeping the arms up, gentle back bend, looking up, exhaling, diving forward, hinging at the hips. Let your upper body and ribs rest on your thighs, let your neck go, elongate your neck. And then inhale into a halfway lift, straightening your legs, straightening your back, whatever the angle of your back is compared to your legs, your back is straight. Exhaling into that forward fold, hands to the mat, stepping back 1 leg at a time into a high plank. Because I'm super nice today, we're bringing the knees on the mat, toes untucked, gently bending the elbows, bringing your body to the mat, hands in front of your shoulders. Inhale into a baby cobra, using your back muscles, a little bit your hands, relaxing your shoulders, maybe gently looking up. Exhaling, coming down 2 more times. Inhaling, try to use a little less your hands, a little more your back muscles every time. And 1 last time. And exhaling down to the mat, hands under the shoulders, making your way back into down dog. This time straighten the legs if you can, if you wish to. Just send the hips high, push the ground away, elongate that spine, relax the shoulders. And from here, bring the left foot to the middle of the mat. Inhale, right foot, right leg high up in the air. Exhale, we're going for lunge on that right side. We're keeping our hands framing the front foot and just hinging forward, settling into that pose, trying to come a little bit more forward than usual. Right now we want to stress the Achilles and the heel, so that is why we're hinging forwards. You might still feel stress and stretches in the hamstrings, hip opening depends, but what we're aiming for is that stretch of the Achilles. Keeping your spine still straight and keeping the breath flowing. Now we're going to gently bring the torso up. Maybe make the stance a little bit bigger, a little bit wider, as you wish. I'm going to make it a little bit longer. And then this time sink into your lunge, but bring the upper body up. And you'll feel that this time we're not working as much on the Achilles, but rather gentle back bend along the lower back, as well as hip opening that is deeper. We have a strong base and we can release and let go into that stretch. You could interlace your fingers on that knee to help you keep that upper body straight and in that gentle back bend. And if you wish here, you can go deeper into the back bend. I won't, but that's also an option. You could reach your hands up in the air and bend towards the back. And then let's gently bring our hands, framing that front foot, stepping back straight into your downward facing dog. Give your legs a stretch to release the stiffness out if there is a little bit. And then let's do the other side, inhaling the left leg high up in the air, exhaling, lunge stance on that left side, untuck your right toes, keep your hands framing that left foot. Again, maybe bring that heel a little bit closer so you can really feel that deep stretch into the ankle, into the Achilles tendon. It might lift off the floor. If it does, make it a little bit longer. And again, by bringing the upper body forwards, then we put more stress on the Achilles and the ankle rather than the hips. And then gently make your way up, maybe making the stance longer if you need, interlacing fingers on that left knee, sinking into your lunge, this time feeling much more in the back and in the hips, and basically probably not anymore into the ankles. If you've done it on one side, go deeper into your back bend here. And then gently making our way back into that down dog. Again, doing anything that makes us happy, bending one leg, straightening the other, finding stability in that down dog, whatever is good for you at the moment. And from here, bending the knees, looking forward, step up, jump and land on your butt. We're going straight into butterfly pose. I'm going to slightly pivot. And from that pivot, we're keeping a diamond leg or diamond shape in the legs. Maybe sitting on a block, always a good option. And then with your flat spine, grabbing your toes, not fingers, feet. Inhaling, elongating that spine, exhaling, folding forward, using hands and feet as a lever to go deeper. Relax neck and head. And we're really rounding the upper back, the mid back, and possibly even the lower back. Not possibly, we're rounding the lower back. And maybe after 30 seconds, you want to gently come up off the pose, elongate that spine a little bit more, inhaling and exhaling, folding even further forwards. Sometimes it's good to resist the urge to go deeper, to go more aggressive. It's good to just scale back gently and stay here for a longer time. And then take your time to come up, straightening your spine. Head is the last thing that comes up. We're going to bring our knees together and then roll up and down the mat for a few times, gently massaging your back onto the mat. And then next time you come down, send your feet high up in the air into that happy baby pose, grabbing the outside or the inside of your feet, and then swaying from left to right, massaging that lower back. You could massage it up and down, left and right. Again, whatever makes you happy right now. Just releasing those knees into the armpit or slightly to the outside. Staying here a little bit longer. The next poses might require a block, but we're going legs up, or legs up the wall if you'd like, or just straightening those legs. If you don't want to use a wall, I don't want to make this wall dirty, so I'm just gonna bring my hands under my glutes and then keep the legs high up in the air. Instead of your hand, you could use a block, or you could just bring legs up the wall. And then just relax them. We're keeping the lower back on the mat. The core is still a little bit engaged, not too much. And then trying to straighten those legs. Lengthening the back of the legs, which means toes are coming closer to my face. Keeping the breath flowing again. And then gently bending the knees, giving yourself a big hug, knees into your chest or into your armpits, as you'd like, swaying from left to right. And then sending both knees towards the right side, taking just a few breaths here. You can close the eyes, you can keep them open. Gently making your way up, using that left hand and back to where we started, cross-legged, possibly sitting on a block. Just find a comfortable seat. And then palms of the hands facing upwards. Shoulders relaxed, crown of the head reaching to the ceiling. Your breath is still flowing. You're just letting that natural flow come in and out. Enjoying the stillness and the silence, possibly for the first time of the day. And finally today I want you to think about one thing that doesn't serve you but you're still holding on to. It can be a thought, an emotion, a feeling, an argument you had, a discussion that didn't go well. What you have to understand is that it's all in the past. It cannot be changed. We just have to deal with the consequences and move on. Letting go of those little things will drastically improve how you feel in your life. Not holding on to that weight any longer. Now bring your hands together and finally think about one thing that you're grateful for. One thing that made your day incredible today. Rather than keeping what doesn't serve us, let's try to focus on the positive and what we're grateful for. I wish you an amazing evening. Namaste. Thank you. Bye-bye.